Hi. Welcome. It is a super new moon solar eclipse in Aries. And it's a big day, everybody. I was talking with Mona at a time. I literally just learned today. But the new moon is always new beginnings. And of course we have one every month. But that it's a new moon in Aries is the astrological sign. It's the first of the cycle in the astrology. So that's also a new beginning on this course, right? And whether you pay attention to astrology or astronomy, it still happens. And that's what's so cool about the eclipse when you're at the 100%, you can see stars, right? The stars come out, and because they're always there, and the stars are actually affecting us. And this eclipse is also affecting us, especially because it's in our area, and it's this swath of the United States too. I love how it crosses over in this angle from Hawaii to Maine. Like it literally is going across, and all of it's being cleansed, and everybody gets cleansed whether they're in 100% or not, or whether they're paying attention to it or not. It's a cosmic event that's showering us all. And I'd like to believe it to be a conscious evolution for each and every one of us. May we have a conscious evolution. So we're going to sit with that, and as you close your eyes, you can just imagine you're in eclipse, right? The sun closes over the moon crosses in front of the sun. And even though the moon is so much smaller than the sun, it's so far away that it blocks it for a moment. How our solar system is set up in such a way. Breathe in your stamina, your prana, your life force. Breathe in from the earth from which you're connected. We're all part of the earth, made of the earth, and we're energy. We're fueled by conscious awareness. Let your breath fuel you as well by consciously taking a few more deep breaths, following the breath from the bottom to the top, and from the top back down to the bottom. Every breath is a gift that we have. This precious day, this very auspicious day, this new beginning that we're stepping through a threshold together. Meet your palms together in front of your heart, right at the center. Think of your heart as a star today, right? You are a star. You're a little light being. You think you're physical, but really you're energy. You're light. You're made of light, and the sun gives us life. We're going to chant 3 ohms on the breath. Inhale. Bowing head to heart. And acknowledging each other. Namaste. Go ahead and stretch your arms straight up and spread your fingers wide. So be bright from the inside, right? The sun is shining today. It's glorious. Spread your fingers. Breathe a little brighter yourself. And then we're going to pull prana. So it starts with a really sharp inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, make fists and pull the prana down right into your core with a ha. Ready together. Inhale. Ha. 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 2 more. Ha. And then inhale up. Open your arms like rays of the sun, shine out. And rest your palms face up on the lap. And the palms face up is an open and receptive position. Open and receptive to this new cycle of your life that you're stepping into. Good. We're gonna move and come onto all fours next. So clear your mat, remove your socks. We will be doing salutations to the sun and the moon today. Surya Namaskar and Chandra. Chandra is the moon, Chandra Namaskar. In table pose, lift your right knee and press through your heel so you can feel the back of your calf get a nice length and stretch. And now here, just tick your heel toward the right side and even look down, bow your head, look toward your foot and stay on the pinky side blade of your foot. And turn the foot out. You might feel your inner thigh rotating toward the ceiling that way, right? And then we're gonna rotate it back and go to the inner edge of the foot. See if we can drop the inside heel. And then roll over the ball of the foot again and tip to the right side so your inner thigh spins to the ceiling. Really feel the openness. And then just tip the other way and heel to the floor. One more time. Side to side. And then back to center again. Raise your right foot away from the ground and root into your right arm here. Extend the left. So here we're going to move and breathe as well. We're going to take an inhale, bend your elbow and knee together, round your spine, tuck in like a cat, and then as you exhale, extend back out again with a ha. So we're going to inhale, exhale, ha, 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 ha. One more. Ha, and land back down again. When your knee lands, move your hips from side to side. So be curious. This is the day to be curious. As you tip your hips side to side, you get in your outer hip and IT band, right? Feel that stretch along the outside, and then find your way back to middle. Lift your left knee and pause there. Start with the back of the calf getting stretched. Push through your heels so you feel a lengthening, and you hold for a moment to give the muscle and fascia a chance to open. And then tip to the left side. Look to your foot if you can. You stay on the pinky side. Your ankle doesn't hit the floor. You're on the blade of the foot. And then just as mindfully tip over and drop to the inner edge of the foot. So your foot stays on the floor and you just roll it one side to the other and feel your leg bones moving in your hip sockets, right? That last time each way, tip the heel one side, staying on the outer edge of the foot, and then roll to the inner edge of the foot, and then back to center. When you raise your foot up, engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha, everybody. Raise, it's drawing your belly button into your body. Good, we're gonna try it again here. So bend the elbow and knee. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, straighten. Ha. Inhale. Ha. 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 One more. Ha. And land. When your knee lands side to side with your hips. And then walk your hands a hand's distance forward. So as big as your hand is, go that much forward. And then super glue, spread your fingers wide. You're still nice and bright, right? We're creating that from the inside. Claw your hands a bit. Don't let them move, but bring your hips back as far as you can without moving your hands. Even push your arms. Your elbows are lifted, your elbows are straight. Look forward toward your hands, and with just enough effort, try to draw your hands together. And you might feel your outer upper arms hug together, your shoulder blades hugging in together. So the trick here in this next part is to keep your arms straight the whole time. Lift yourself up through middle. Keep your arms straight the whole time. Dip your hips forward and draw your shoulders back. Keep your arms straight and push. Bring your hips back again and stretch yourself long and keep the elbows straight as you rise and dip the hips forward. Always remember to peel the head of the arm bones back once you get into your full back bend. And again, folding and forward. Pull the shoulders back, reveal the heart light, right? We all have a heart light, and it's our job to turn on the wick a little bit higher. Last time forward, everyone. Roll open, and then press back. Stop halfway, so you're like in a table, but you're gonna move your hips side to side now. So keep your arms straight and even lean into your arm bones a bit so you can tap into a little deeper stretch. Some of you might get the hips all the way to the ground, all the way to the side. It doesn't matter how far you get, as long as you're feeling something. Is everybody feeling something? It's hard to miss here. And now these 4 different directions move together. You know how that works? It's kind of like how everything is elliptical in our world. Bring your hips back towards your heels to start. Keep your elbows straight the whole time and bring your hips left side. So you lean to the left side of your hips, and then with straight arms, tip your hips forward. Peel your shoulders back. Hips to the right side, push them out, and draw yourself all the way around. Change direction with straight arms. So maybe each time you come back, you change direction, or you can take a few in one direction and switch. Be creative and curious, right? Part of our yoga is being curious. That's what this new beginning is about too. Curiosity, like what does my future hold? How is the world going to change? How can we believe in a collective consciousness, a rising of awareness? Bring your hips toward your heels. Next time, tuck your toes and launch your knees away from the floor for downward facing dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk your dog, everyone. So pets are supposed to maybe get a little upset today or act weird. Everybody feels something, even if we aren't as sensitive to it. We're in the wow of it, but nature feels it. We feel it too. Bring yourself forward, and now you're in a plank pose. Drop your hips like we were doing, but not the thighs. Pull your shoulders open. Keep your arms straight and tip back into your down dog. So the inhale brings you forward through a plank. Dip the hips and peel open your heart. Keep your hands squeezing together the whole time. Your upper arms squeeze together the whole time. 3rd time's a charm, everybody. Push back through your heels as you reach forward and land back again. And then into a wide-legged child's pose. So with your knees apart and toes together, push your hips toward your heels, get a nice stretch through your side body, and then relax. Rest your forehead down. Become a seed, an embryo. You are a little seed right now. Literally, we have something ahead of us that we don't yet know. And you are a seed of intention, of aspiration. What is it you aspire for? This is the time to step forward to take action toward goals, things that we want for ourselves, that we desire. Bring yourself forward and find yourself into a table pose one more time. So this one is similar to what we did earlier. It's just the leg though, and to concentrate on the leg, we'll just do one test run. So pull your right knee into your chest and tuck your forehead like we did earlier. And this time as your head lifts, your leg extends first and then the heel comes up. So it's a gliding of the legs. So we'll inhale, round the back together, and add the ha on the exhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Ha. Squeeze your arms together. Stay steady. Ha. 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 Last time. Ha. And land. 2 knees, 2 hands on the ground. There's a little, today when we open the window, we have a crystal in the window, so when the whole room is covered in rainbows. Today's rainbows literally had a line in the middle of them. I'm like, why is there that line in the rainbows? There's never a line in the rainbows on my bedroom walls. It's mysterious. Go ahead and bend your left knee into your chest, round the spine, and lift the head up, heel up. Ha. 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 Last time. Ha. And land back down again. So you can feel that as forward bend, back bend, right? The spine is moving in both directions. And now we'll add a twist. Raise your right knee and keep your foot on the floor this time. So take a twist to your left side. Open the left arm, so away from that straight leg. Lift and pause here. Go ahead and circle your wrist a few times. Let your hand rotate in one direction, rotate in the other direction. And then pause, push down and reach for the stars. Spread your fingers, be bright. And then flood that brightness through yourself, under your arm, onto your shoulder blade till your head can land onto the floor. Prop up on your right fingertips and push your right fingertips into the floor. Engage your shoulder blade onto your back. Your straight arm, work your hand, click your fingernails down to engage and make that a strong foundation. Try raising your right foot off of the floor. You should be able to lift your head at any time. If that's not the case, it's better to come out of the pose. Prop up on your top fingertips. You might peek up underneath your arm or also raise your arm up to the ceiling. Because we're wild today, you can bend the top knee as an option and try to reach back for your foot or your ankle. And if you have it, you kick it into your hand. Reverse your way back out from here. The right foot comes down first and the right knee to the floor. Push into your right palm and unwind your way back to table. And what an ordeal we just went through, right? Gosh. Storm. Try the other side. Lift your left knee this time and push through your heel and open to your right. Turn to the right side and circle. Circle your hand at your wrist a few times each way, big circles. Feel it through your whole arm. And then pause, root and rise, twist and open, and then feed your arm through. Bend your left elbow to your shoulder lands, then the head, and engage your straight arm right away. Press your fingernails down, feel the shoulder engage. Check your head that you can lift your head. Extend the arm to the sky. So if you're lifting your back leg, the straight leg up, you have to push into your right toenails. Click the right toenails down, your fingernails, your shoulders, all foundation. And if you want to bend your knee and reach for the ankle, just make sure you smile if you fall out. And then reverse yourself back. You want the left knee to land before you push yourself up. So knee down, and then you come up. And we're totally twisted, right? This is just the beginning of the day. The eclipse hasn't even happened yet. Step your hands forward, tuck your toes, and lift into a downward facing dog pose. So the change of the collective consciousness, like where do you want the consciousness to go? Up. Let's go up. But in order to go up, we have to clear things out, right? Things need to be cleared in our own awareness, what we choose to put our attention on. This is a time of personal growth. Might even be why we're on the planet here today. Raise your right leg up to the ceiling. Pull it into your chest, bow your head toward your knee, round your back again, and then head and heel lift, glide the leg up, ha. Stay in down dog, tuck in, round, exhale, ha. Straight leg up, ha. So no bend to the back knee, swing the heel, ha. 2 more, ha. Ha. And land back down again. So working your hands, hugging into the midline. That's what yoga teaches us. When you do it enough, it gets easier. But at first, it's like squeezing into the midline all the time, you mean? Yes. Squeeze your hands, your upper arms. Pull your right knee into your chest, forehead to knee, starting on the left side rather, left knee in, and then lift with a ha. Round, ha. 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 1 more. Ha. And land down. This time knees together. If possible, push your hips towards your heels. If your forehead doesn't touch the ground, bring a block under your forehead or a blanket under your forehead so you can rest your forehead on something, and then try reaching back for your heels. Reach from the outside, hold your feet, and pull yourself in. Pull yourself in. So we have lots of seeds in our hearts. I love that vision. All the things that have yet to flower, right? We haven't fully discovered ourselves. You are a seed of infinite of possibility. Just take that in. It might feel overwhelming, but anything is possible. Bring yourself back up again, and we're gonna grow into a little sprout. So if possible, you keep your knees together. If you don't wanna do a deep bend of your knees, drop your heels to the floor first and just come a little higher. This is an option for if you don't wanna go a deep knee bend. If a deep knee bend's good for you or feels fine, you squeeze in. Everything squeezes to the middle. One way or another, hands come heart center. Squeeze your heels together, even if your heels are down, right? Squeeze into the middle. Squeeze your knees toward one another, even though they're not gonna knock in. Push your legs together and lift the upper body like you're leaning into a wall behind you. Shoulders back, ears back. And then with a little bit of might, push your palms together, so much so that you feel your shoulders hug more onto your back that way. And release, straighten your legs. Open your feet out wider so you're at the back of your mat space likely. Grab your elbows or cross your arms and let your arms hang that way and sway your torso from side to side. Keep your legs steady and strong. So this is a time to tap into our inner courage, but Aries helps that, right? We're in a whole month of Aries, it's just starting. Literally in spring used to be the new year in the pagan cultures, right? The new starts here, or it blossoms here anyway. Release your arms down and bring your hands onto your hips. Squeeze your elbows and rise so your shoulders stay onto your back. And then with your arms at your sides, pick a gazing point in front of your mat to look down at. And keep your gazing point on, very focused there. We're gonna focus on what we want. It's that gazing point right now. And walk to the front of your mat while you look at your gazing point. And then as you get there, glance down to your feet. Can you align yourself? So I love the alignment-based yoga because it teaches you how to be fully embodied. Lift all your toes here. Do a micro bend of your knees so you can take your groins back. And that creates a low back curve. You should feel that. Aim the tail down, the muscles of the low belly lift. You can even pull up with your hands a little bit on the low abdomen. You don't tuck too much because that flattens the back. Keep the groins back, aim the tail down, and then push your legs straight. Squeeze your heels together. Squeeze your heels together, bend your knees again. Take the creases of your thighs back, draw the tail down, and keep squeezing your heels together as you straighten your legs. So the heels squeeze in and the knees widen out. Isn't this fun? Mm-hmm. Raise your arms and imagine you're holding a beach ball just for a moment here. Relax your shoulder blades onto your back. So look up. Can you get a little brighter, right? You don't have to overstretch your palms, but maybe feel a stretch through your palms because your fingers are spreading so much. This is the day. We're going to be brighter. We're going to be brighter. Wrap your right arm under your left in eagle arms. You can grab your foot. Oh, you're not your foot, sorry. Don't grab your foot here. You can grab your sleeve though, but squeeze the elbows. The elbows come up shoulder height as possible, and then go ahead and squat. So this is the beginning of the sun salutation because we've done some warm-ups already. We're jumping to the B series. And start with a breath in with your straight arms here. This is Utkatasana, the fierce pose. And reach your hips back as you stretch yourself long. Fold over your legs, bow your head in. And then lift from your upper palate. Glide the head up. Come on your fingertips. Look forward. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Drop your head. Step back your both feet into a plank pose. And we're gonna skip chaturanga today, but we're gonna do the plank to the upward dog that we practiced earlier. Dip your hips down toward the floor, straight arms, peel your shoulders back, push through your heels, and then right into a downward facing dog pose. Raise your right leg to the ceiling behind, bend your knee, open your hip, and pull the knee to your chest in plank pose. Step forward into a lunge. Look at your back foot and step it closer, drop your heel. Square your hips forward and catch an inhale as you rise. Lift the upper body. Arms in line with your ears, palms forward, curl open, and then follow your breath out, back to the floor again. Take it into a plank pose. Shoulders over wrist, breathe in, and then hips down. That should be the inhale. Inhale here, and exhale to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, hail to the sun, the giver of life. Pull your knee forward and step it up. Back heel comes closer, still pointing to the front right corner, and sweep the arms overhead. Lift up and open, heart light. Open up your heart light. Bring your left leg back, take it into plank. Drop your hips, shoulders open. The upward dog version, and over your toes to downward facing dog pose, where you can choose to stay here, hugging into the midline, drop onto the knees as another option. Hugging into yourself. That's what this is about. Really embracing your uniqueness. If we could all just embrace our own uniqueness, and others, of course, the collective consciousness would change. Not wishing someone was different than they are, just doing your best to put your attention on your own stuff. Bring yourself forward, back up into a downward facing dog pose. Look forward and bring your feet to your hands to the front of your mat space. Glide up into half forward lift and then fold down so you're looking toward your legs, head drops. Sink your hips deeply, sink down as far as you can, keeping your heels down, arms and chest lift up into awkward pose, and straight legs out, palms together here, lower in front of your heart. So sun salutation stretches every major muscle and joint. And the B series salutation has a little more oomph to it too. So we go through the vinyasa one more time. Breath by breath. Bend your knees, arms inhale up. We need to do eagle on the other side, I know. Exhale, fold back down again. Halfway lift. Fold back down. Step to plank pose. And upward dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, that's an in-breath, and then step ahead on your exhale. Plant your back heel and inhale as you lift. Exhale, stay steady in your foundation. Plank pose. Engage your hands, hug your shoulders, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Left leg, bend the knee, open the hip, pull it forward, and step. Heel down, strong legs, lift with a light heart. Shine, turn on your heart light. On the music today. Step it back again. Hinge forward, peel the heart, strong arms, squeeze to the middle the whole time. And down dog or child. Look forward. If you're in child, come up and step ahead. Step forward to the front of the mat as we complete this vinyasa. Halfway lift, fold back down again, and then do a deep squat. Inhale, upper body, arms lift, stretch up to the heavens, and raise your arms, palms, heart center. Woo-hoo! Fired up? Are you fired up? The other importance of this celestial event is that Hatha Yoga, which is what we're practicing, Ha means sun, Tha means moon. And sun represents masculine, the divine masculine, moon is the divine feminine, and they're literally dancing today. They don't want us to see, so they're like, close the door. Something's going on back there. We're gonna do the moon salutation next. So step to the side, or you can turn your mat if you're in the studio, it's up to you. And place your feet hip width apart in mountain pose. So you can just turn out to the window. I think you'll do good. So mountain pose, Mona, a little closer. All right, that's all right. Raise your arms overhead and interlace your hands, except your index finger, point them up. And squeeze your head a little bit with your arms. Get yourself your rocket ship going up to the sky. Tip your hips to the right side as you lean off to the left side. And then to center. Go the other way. Then to center. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, and lean back ever so slightly. And then the fun part here is a little hop. Hop your feet and arms apart. Wide. Hop out. And then look down, turn your toes out, and you're in a 5-pointed star, right? This is on purpose. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. One more breath. Take an inhale. Can you push down into your legs more and lift through the crown of your head? Really get grounded in yourself. Here we'll inhale together. As you exhale, goddess pose, sit into it. With all your power down, and then we're gonna shine back up again. So this is you, you're a pulsing star. Pull the energy down, sink into your hips. Breathe in and open, stretch yourself bigger. We're all stretching here. We're growing into greater versions. And do it one more time, really push into your legs, extend out, reach out for more than you think you deserve. Go for it, everything that you want in life. And then we're gonna extend the arms out to the side. Rotate your right toes to the right side and your left toes in, setting up for triangle here. And it might be a short triangle. You're facing to the side of your mat. Take an inhale, pull your feet together. And then as you exhale, you're gonna lean to the back toward your toes. and the right side. So come up on the inhale like you're lifting up center, and then as you exhale, as if you're going across a countertop toward your front leg, the right leg. So you're leaning to the back side, yep. And then one more time, lean over and hold. Can you breathe here? Make sure you can breathe. Pivot your bottom arm down onto your knee or shin and raise the top arm up to the ceiling in this rotated triangle. Not a rotated triangle, it's a short triangle. This is the moon salutation, as you're wondering. We're gonna pivot toward your front leg, and that's the right leg here. Turn your belly, your chest, step the back leg closer like you did in Warrior One earlier, and straighten your front knee as you hinge forward, hinge toward the ground. And you might need blocks beneath you to bring the grounding closer. Sorry about that. So it's a straight-legged forward fold. So the thing with the moon, the sun salutation kind of glides itself. The moon's a little more awkward. Step your back leg back enough so you can make your way into a lunge. This is the next pose, is a low lunge. So to hold your engagement, we're not just holding the pose to tolerate it, to make it go away. That's not what we're doing anymore. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your feet toward one another and feel your hips align. And then from your core, press out through both legs and up through your spine, get a little bit longer. Now you're gonna pivot to the left. So you walk your hands to the inside, keep your right knee bent, pivot off to the right as you lift your left toes up to the ceiling. So look up toward me if you're not sure. We're in a little bit of, what's it called, twister?
Yeah.
Yeah, put your right foot on the red circle and your left foot on the blue, and try balance here if you dare. Palms come together in your heart center. So the middle of the road is actually a squat in the center of your mat. So you come to a place you can put your heels down, sink your hips down, and maybe again palms meet heart center. And then we're gonna go the other way from here. So we've made it to the center. It's even more awkward going back. I want you to do this awkward pose so when things feel awkward in life, it's not so bad for you. So put all your weight into your left leg so that you can straighten your right leg out to the right side, toes to the ceiling. You can keep your hands on the floor. Try them inside your leg, Mona. Both hands inside your leg. No, too much. And then hands together in front of the heart is also an option. Drag your back, your straight leg, the heel hugs in. Now you pivot toward the left side. Turn, lift onto your back toes, and you're in a lunge pose. Make your adjustments. Use your blocks as needed. And pull in. So everything hugging to the middle, that's hugging to your uniqueness. Embracing your individuality. Embracing your special gifts that no one else can do like you. And it's essential for personal fulfillment. Right? We're fulfilling ourselves. Next is a straight-legged pose. You'll notice too, moon salutation's a little slower. It's not pose by pose. Straighten the front knee, bow forward toward your front leg. Straight-legged fold. To set up for triangle, you're still turned out to the side, but your back foot is going to align more with the front. For balance, heel to arch is the best. Place your left hand on your shin and peel your right arm right up to the ceiling in Trikonasana, triangle pose. The weight is in your legs with some help with the bottom arm pushing into your bottom shin as well. And then 100% legs lifts you, lift up, arms extend, and do this just a straight-legged lean off to the side for 1 and 2 and 3. from here, transforming into a goddess again. So both toes turn out. You have to step in a little closer probably. Bend your knees, your elbows, and sit. Now we're gonna mix the pot up. Move your hips side to side. That's right. We're mixing the pot. Mix the pot up with your hips. Circle in those hips. Circle in the hips. Circle in the hips. We're gonna inhale, straight arm, straight leg. 5-pointed star. And as we exhale, we're gonna go to goddess and do a ha. Ready? Inhale straight. Exhale. Ha. Ha. Bend the knees apart. Ha. Ha. 2 more. Ha. Ha. And then straighten. Hop your hands and feet together to the center of your mat. Hop in, interlace, arms overhead, and lean back slightly. Lift up. Come center and over to one side. Choose a side to lean to for the crescent moon. And then lean to the other side, make your crescent moon. And then back up to center. Bring your hands together, heart center. Good, that moon, right? The sun, the moon, getting our ass kicked in a good way. Step forward now. We're going to try one more salutation, moving into a pigeon pose. So palms meet, heart center, Samasatihi. And here we begin again. Samasatihi means hands and feet together in one translation. It's also a start. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Yoga begins now. Open your arms, create a sun with your arms, spread your fingers, share your brightness, look up. And then shine your heart forward. Reach out from your heart as you hinge. Use your upper palate to lift you. Lift from your skull and see how you glide up differently. Stay strong in your legs. Fold back down again. Right leg back. Drop your knee all the way to the floor and sweep the arms forward in front in line with your ears. Lift up and lean back. And then lean forward. Breathe in this lunge. And now straighten your front knee. Maybe come onto your heel point as you fold. Have your hands in a place where you can rebend your knee again and look forward, open the chest, and then hinge back and look to a straight-legged stretch. One more time, forward, open the chest, shoulders back, what we've been practicing today, and down. Stay in the fold, and don't worry about what it looks like. Just close your eyes and breathe. Breathe into what you feel. That's why we're here today. We're breathing into what we feel. If you want deeper, you cross the right hand to the outside of the leg. Pull your navel, your chest more toward the knee. Bow your head. We're in potent energy of transformation and renewal. Breathe into that. Don't wish this moment away. This is it. Come back to your lunge. And take it into a twist. Your right hand to the floor. Twist towards your front leg. Raise the top arm up and overhead. And raise your back knee as well, so you're in a full lunge. Look down, release your top hand, and step forward. Lift from your upper palate. Glide the spine halfway, and then fold back down. Spread your wings. These are sun rays shining out of your fingertips. Palms together, and then down your midline, down your Sushumna, your central channel to your heart. We begin again. Sunlight. Samasatihi. Forward fold. Glide with your breath. Movement by movement. It's your breath that's initiating. Fold down, left knee back. Lower the leg. Or you can keep it lifted if that's your choice. Sweep the arms, lift and open your heart. Look up and fold back down again. We're going to stay here. Take a breath, open the chest, and then push into your front leg to get the knee to open. It doesn't have to go all the way straight, but balance yourself where you can breathe into a lunge, Open the shoulders back, and even keep the shoulders back a little bit on the folding so they don't have to wing totally forward. Pull the open the shoulders, you lengthen your clavicles. Have you ever thought of stretching your clavicles? Today's the day. I mean, of all days, the super new moon, solar eclipse in Aries. Tip your toes up and cross your hand to the shin or knee and draw your belly across. Bow your head in. Release slowly back onto your front foot, left hand, open to the right. Take the twist out to the front knee and raise your back knee. Hug your legs together, turn and twist. We're all turning and twisting even when we don't know it. Bring your hand down and step to the front. Halfway lift and fold back down. Raise yourself up to standing, and here's the real twist. The left elbow under the right for the eagle arms. We come back to it. That was a long vinyasa between eagle arms, right? Squeeze your elbows together, and we're gonna go a step deeper now. Raise your elbows and lean back. With your elbows, trace a big circle, a circle of the eclipse, right? It's as big as this Om on the wall here. Circle the other way. Now we're going back in time. 1979, what were you doing? I saw a clip article. Lift the elbows up high, squeeze them together, and fold down over your legs. Fold over your legs. Maybe don't unwind the arms, but straighten them. Get the back of the hand closer to the floor. And breathe into your back body. Feel the expanse along your shoulder blades. Try to put more prana in that area of your body. And then it's all legs again. Keep your core strong. Push into your legs down, and that'll help you rise back up. We're going to do stretch arms up. We're just going to do a few stretches with the right arm under again. Right arm under. Raise the arms up. And press the elbows down. Bring the arms to the right side as you turn your chin to the left, in the opposite direction of the arms, and then push in the other way. As the arms go one way, turn your head the other. And then again to middle, lift your elbows, look up, and as you come forward, bend your knees, and think of aiming your elbows forward from your knees. So you're trying to stretch along your sides, get yourself lower, belly to chest, drop your head, extend the back of the hand toward the floor. Keep squeezing into middle. Squeeze into yourself, who you know you are, the essence of who you are. It's ready to shine. Push into your legs and roll your way back up again. A sun breath, spreading your brightness. Folding down, bowing to the moon today. Halfway lift and fold. Step back right into a downward dog. As we head to pigeon, lift the right leg, bend your knee, and this time it's the knee that lands behind your right wrist. Bring it out to the right side. Lower your back knee and walk your foot forward. Look forward, stay on straight arms here, but start rocking from side to side. So you're leaning into the bones of your arms and also feeling it a little in the hips, right? So remember when we started, we turned the back inner thigh to the ceiling? See if you can do that now on the back foot. Draw it to the left side, out to the side, turning the inner thigh up to the ceiling, and then turn the leg the other way. And again, you're just testing the waters, not pushing or forcing anything into place. Just be kind to yourself, especially at this time. And then to middle, where middle is, lift your knee and push through your heel more, then drop the knee down. We're not going to come forward here, but instead, figure out where your two knees are and squeeze them together as you inhale. Pull your knees in. This is the pulse of the universe. Push your knees apart and you'll sit deeper. Hug your knees in, breathe in. Push your legs apart, even out through your back heel. And do it again. Hug in and widen. Stay strong on your arms. They are your foundation here. Tuck your back toes with the knee up again. Push into your arms. Stretch your right leg straight. Straight back. Toes point down. And land your leg. Downward facing dog pose. Directly to the left. Bend and lift. Left knee high and wide. And then slide it wide to the left side of your mat. Knee behind your left wrist. Walk the front foot forward and walk your back leg back. Stay upright and lean a little bit side to side. So the leaning is an invitation, right? It's scary to do, so we don't know what's going to happen. Like, we can know the world's going on, but it's going to be a little changed. We're all going to have had this experience together, whether we want to pay attention to it or not. Breathe through center, and then just tip your heel, back heel, one side to the other. So it's a little different here than what we're doing at the start, but just edge the waters. And then find the middle with your toes tucked. Lift your back knee again and lower it. And now we begin the pulsations. Pull the knees in. You can be pulsing the whole time, of course, but it takes attention too. So what we're doing, we're honing our attention, we're pulling our awareness into this body, into this moment, pulse the knees together, and then try to push them apart. It could be very subtle. It doesn't look like a lot if I'm looking from the outside, but on the inside, you can feel it. And then keep your arms straight, hug your hands, hug your shoulders together, lift your back knee, and then with strong arms, lift and straighten your left leg back and down. Downward facing dog into a wide-legged child's pose. Knees apart, toes together. We're starting to blossom already. Bring your hands between your legs. Try it out. If it's not for you, you can adjust. But if you can feed your hands or shoulders through, chin to one side, a cheek to one side can be good too. But if you're doing that, you want to make sure you cheek to the other side as well. We're in this potent energy of transformation and renewal. We're not starting from the beginning, we're starting with all that we know and going from here. Lift yourself up and swing your legs around to the front now. We're going to do a tabletop before we land down. And to get there, you can have your fingers out to the side. Ideally, your fingertips are pointing in toward your hips. So that's a rotation. We want to claw the hands, right? Your hands are working. Your hands actually squeeze together. Try this. Bend your elbows even a little bit and squeeze your elbows together till you feel your shoulders squeeze together. Then keep that as you push your arms straight. The lift should feel from the back of the heart. Draw your ears back to open your throat, but you're using neck muscles to hold yourself up. This could be your pose. Let's try it. Push into your feet, push into your hips, push into your hands, and feel the upper back lift. And if you want to lift your hips up, that's the full tabletop. Squeezing your hands towards one another, your heels without closening your knees, and hug your hands and your feet toward one another. Lift up from the inside. And then lower all the way down. Keep your hands behind. Do the bend of the elbows again and squeeze your elbows together. Keep your elbows bent. Raise your feet away from the floor with bent legs or straight legs, your choice, but hug your legs towards one another. Lift the back of your heart. Gaze is up. Good. And then try balance if you can. Reach your arms ahead into this boat pose. We're going to go to the canoe, which is almost to the floor, and then back up. Let's do 5. Should we do the date? I'd have to add that into a numeral. There's one more in you. There's one more to go. And then you're going to come onto your back And you're gonna relish every moment on the release. Sometimes we're getting squeezed. That's what it says in, when you go through a transformation, you're literally going through a vortex, like when you came through the vagina, if you came that way. When you're getting squeezed through to another dimension. Pull your knees into your chest and hold on. Gently rock yourself side to side and find what just enough is. Right now, over efforting here. But also feel the massage of your low back this way. Change to a circle. Circle is the theme today, right? Everything's rotating. Even the electrons and protons in the molecular structure of your body. Circle the other way. It's an eclipse versus an ellipse, right? Elliptical is not everything is a perfect circle. Sometimes it's a curved circle. Circle your knees apart now. They're going in opposite directions. What would happen then? If something in our galaxy decided to go in opposite direction, it would not be good. Circle the other way. And just like baby new year, guess what's next? Happy baby! Reach for your feet, or you can hold the back of your thighs. Just have the knees wide apart. As you pull down, use some arm strength. Pull your shoulders to the floor. Push your head back into the floor as well. That's part of your foundation. Push your tailbone closer to the floor as well, because that's part of your foundation. And if who wants more, you kick your feet into your hands without letting them go anywhere. So your arms are faithfully pulling down, your shoulders pressing to the floor. Kick your feet into your hands. So the knees toward the floor and lifting into your foot at the same time. And release back to soles of the feet together. We'll do Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclined bound angle. Turn your palms face up and then roll one shoulder under your back and roll the other shoulder under your back. When the shoulder blades are tucked under your back, your clavicles can breathe. They can even smile. Let your clavicles smile here. This is what we're stepping into with a smile, right? Not a grimace on our face. Let's step forth into whatever new reality you are painting, right? This Aries new moon and Aries eclipse. It's like a blank canvas. A start over, a new man on the board. Woman. We're going to move to constructive rest pose. Lift your knees till your knees touch together, and then walk your feet apart until you find a comfortable place for your knees to rest and also your sacrum rests. Feel your low back imprinting into the floor. If you want to do your shoulders again, why not? Roll one shoulder under, roll the other shoulder under, and just feel the opening through the front of your chest. You can stay here or also roll your chin off to one side and find a nice spot to hang out and breathe into. Being ready, being courageous, being willing to dream, right? How could you even want more? We already have so much. And it's not about material things. That's not what I'm talking about. Spiritual realization, self-realization. More of that. Roll to the other side. What we wish maybe is to live a more sacred life. To be conscious, realize how we're part of this bigger energy that's literally spinning us through space. And yet we're full of value. We each have something unique to offer to this greater energy. So we're a little minuscule dot if that, we're a little light beam, and we're also immense. We're the whole universe at the same time. And that's what moves through us. Come back to center again and release. Open your knees and set yourself up for Shavasana. You might just be able to straighten your legs and close your eyes here, or adjust yourself and get a cover as needed, or add another layer of clothing. And I'll take you, we're going to outer space today, everybody. This is ground control to Major Tom. Stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. Feel a softness wash over your face, creating calmness, deciding to relax, right? You make that decision each moment. The mind may want to distract you. You choose to relax. Feel the weight of your body. So we have weight in our body. Most of us lament about it, but it's precious. We have a body. Feel your body, the gratitude you have to be alive on this day. And literally every day is auspicious, but this is a little bigger celestial event. Let it captivate your imagination. What is possible? What kind of world do you want to dream into in this collective consciousness? What are the possibilities? We don't have to end up a burnt out planet like all the Hollywood movies suggest, but rather a community of the heart where we realize and understand each other better because we understand ourselves. Yoga is always on the inside. It's not looking for someone else to be different. Look inside. This deep space is inside of you. It's more vast than all the universes. You are all the universes. And in yoga, they say you can tap into all of that knowledge through practice. Anything you want to name, to find an answer to, is there for you. Like a miracle coming into your awareness. We've all imagined things into being that we're living in our lives right now. What do you want to imagine into being? What is the highest and the best for yourself and everyone involved? Can we raise the vibration of everybody, not a few? It's a collective. When you create joy in your own life, it ripples out energetically. Dare to desire. Sometimes we have desires, and when we achieve them, they're disheartening. We thought we would be someone else if we got this, or we'd feel different. So it's not so much the outer things, the inner landscapes. Go into deep space. And listen to this poem by Dana Folds. It's entitled Go In and In. Go in and in. Be the space between two cells. The vast, resounding silence in which spirit dwells. Be sugar, dissolving on the tongue of life. Dive in and in. As deep as you can dive. Be infinite, ecstatic truth. Be love, conceived and born in union. Be exactly what you seek. The beloved, singing yes, tasting yes, embracing yes, until there is only essence, the all of everything, expressing through you, as you. Go in, and turn away from nothing that you find. So hum, so hum, Shiva Om. So hum, so hum, Shiva Om. I am that I am. 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 So hum, so hum, so hum, Shiva Om. So hum, so hum, so hum, Shiva fresh, new, ready for this collective evolution. May we step forth together, us ourselves being lighter of heart. It's all an inside game. This self-awareness is what fuels us, right? We create it inside and it ripples out. Bring your palms to me in front of your heart center, your great star. Shine on. And we'll end with one Om. Breath in.
Namaste.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.